My name is Jeanne Criscola, and I have taken on the role of being the chairman of the Ely Center of Contemporary Art. My experience with the Ely Center goes back to the 1980s when I returned to New Haven after being in Providence for many years, running a gallery at the Sarah Doyle Women's Center at Brown University. I was a student at RISD. And the person who was the curator at the Ely Center had died, and they were looking for a new curator. And I immediately was looking to keep up my curatorial work, and I became the first curator that was basically from outside. One of the reasons why I've always wanted to save the arts galleries is because the way that you enter the building and the way that you can interact with art in this Elizabethan interior is so disarming. It's very different than the white wall gallery. And it's inviting, and it allows people to feel that they can, in fact, ask questions about the work. Most times, people in a white wall gallery will just walk out. So we wanted to keep the Ely Center as being part of the fabric of New Haven. It's in a very important location. A lot of organizations such as Creative Arts Workshop and other New Haven arts organizations started up in that building. One of the things that I would love to tell you about is that we were involved with two other organizations. One is called the Unload Foundation, who works to buy decommissioned gun parts and then give them to artists to make work with. And Art Space, as you know, which is also in New Haven. Our three organizations got together to hold an open call called Unload, picking up the pieces. And part of the programming of that show, first of all, it was an incredible show. People came, picked up gun parts, made work, and they were on display at the Ely Center. And one of the programming partners that we had at that time was the Connecticut Against Gun Violence. And it's an organization out of Hartford. And they had a student seminar at the center, a day-long event. And there were students from all over the state, mostly from between the ages of 13 and let's say 21, because they went from middle school to college age. And most of them were been involved with the organization, for many, many years. And there was one student who was in one of the rooms, one of the breakout rooms that I was in, listening to a gentleman who works for one of the prison reentry programs, and another woman. They were talking about their experiences with family members and clients who had been, had their lives changed due to gun violence. And there was one student there who was able to actually express something that really changed my whole thinking about the whole issue, was that they pick up their phones and they tell stories to each other. They grieve through their phones. And that's such a difference um, between having grown up with violence, gun violence, from the time that he was a child, to being I think he was probably about 15 years old. And it was just really inspiring, because he thanked me for having this show and having this venue where he could actually see some awesome artwork that he could relate to. And so that's a lot of what the Ely Center wants to do, is wants to um, be a catalyst for change and have people who don't normally spend time in galleries around artwork or discussing social issues around a work of art have that opportunity. So another thing that's really important that we have been working on is opening up the Ely Center to new communities during this time with COVID. So we have right now in the gallery a show of 72 artists from all over the world. And it's a screening. It's a 5-hour screening. And having a global focus is something that we are interested in it. We think that the global conversation only enhances the local conversation. And this is the perfect opportunity to do it. And that's why our partnership with Yale China is important to us, because it's local, it's neighborhood, and it's global. This will be now the 3rd year that we are partnering with Yale China in an exhibition. And this particular one is taking on the flavor of a day in the life, where artists who are interested in participating are going to be photographing their daily interactions during the period of time from February 19th to the 25th, I believe. Am I correct in that, Annie?
I think it might be the 26th.
And what we will do, which we've become very successful at, is we will create a digital diary of the artist's work. And that will be, not having seen the work just yet, it's hard to describe exactly what that will look like, but it will be part of our online galleries.
Where?
I'm hoping that because this particular show is going to come right on as the not so short festival is ending, we have so many people from all over the world that are coming to our website to watch these 1-hour these 5 1-hour chapters, that this will also bring a new audiences to show our partnership with Yale China, and for these people to learn more about the work that the Yale China fellows have done. Our mission is to bring community together around contemporary issues and social justice issues as well. And we call these creative collisions because we want them to be dialogues, to instigate dialogues and conversations.